Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am trying to find a hinge back plate for a Conair glass door that has the aluminum around it, a commercial door, and it's an older door, and we've had a terrible time trying to find it. So I was looking, and I came up with looking on your website about a Gulfport DR222. My hinge is 4.5 inches tall, and the back plate that's got caught by wind is 9 inches long. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know who to talk to besides I thought I'd just start calling and asking folks if they can point in the right direction or if they've got something that would help us.
Yeah, so there's lots of different reinforcing plates for hinges. Really what it would take would be really a sketch of the existing hinge that you have, its height, and then knowing where all 4 holes lie. So that we can determine whether or not we have a reinforcement plate to go back in. The problem with this is what's broken on the door and frame now?
The back plate just got really bent up when wind caught it.
Okay.
And so it's not broken, it's just bent really good. And really we can't get it back into shape.
Is it the top hinge?
Top. Hinge is fine. It's the back plate that's bad.
Sure. So what would be the plan to attach the new plate to the aluminum frame?
Back into the old holes, hopefully. What's
holding it now? Screws?
Right now, the door is just, we can't even use the door. We have to use another door.
Sure, but the plate that's bent, how is that attached to the door and frame now?
It was attached by screws. We took it out. One of our men has been trying to find a replacement and has not been successful.
Yeah. So what we could do is, with a sketch, I could determine if that's a standard hinge or not, or try to search for a suitable replacement that will have the holes drilled and tapped in the correct locations. It's possible that's going to be a waste of time because the hinge plate may not exist for your hinge. And that's based on the potential age of the opening. If that's the case, all is not lost. There are options. You could simply remove the other 2 hinges and rehang it on a continuous hinge. It's not expensive. Maybe the hinge is $125. The first time I ever did one, it took me 55 minutes. I did it with no prior experience and did it perfectly. You could also get a reinforcing pivot that would go up at the top of the opening that would kind of do the job. But because a continuous hinge is so inexpensive and so robust, it would be the low-hanging fruit, although it looks like you've just slapped a giant piano hinge on the door. That's the downside.
So when you're looking at the door, you just see a long continuous hinge?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I see. Okay. All right. Well, I mapped out. I roughly mapped out yesterday the hole pattern in the hinge, but it's surely not elaborate by any means because it's a 4.5 inch hinge, and the holes are basically either inch and a quarter, inch and an inch apart on the hinge, and then separated a little closer on the extension.
Yeah, we would definitely need to know accurately where those holes are located.
I understand.
Because they there's of these hinge plates, there are several variants of them. And also, so that would be, we'd want to know that. Now, the other thing too is, back in the old days, we would just make our own. So you get a piece of steel that's 1/8 of an inch thick or 3/16, and you get a hammer and a vise, and you have at it. and you mark your holes and you drill and tap them, and you be done with it. Now that's the other problem that gets troublesome with these is that the holes in the hinge for the hinge screws aren't usually that bad, but where those holes in the frame I've seen have come back impossible because it just doesn't exist.
I see. Well, that was my other next step, but I know some of what that's involved, so that's what I'm calling.
Yeah.
If it's pre-done, but our other man has not been able to find it, so I thought I'd try and help him.
Right.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it very much, and I may try to get a copy of this to you of that
Awesome.
hinge pattern.
Yeah.
And where do I send it?
Yeah, in the website, it's under the contact us in the upper right-hand corner. It's the sales email that's there. And again, my name is Richard.
Richard. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Richard. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for calling, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. If you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please click subscribe as well, and even share the video with someone that you know. And if you have any questions for a future video, please send them our way, and we will make every attempt to oblige. And thank you very much.